time where your house can become a house of lies like any other time of the year. Let's face it, there are so many opportunities for us to pretend to be things that we aren't. For example, feigning merriness when all we feel inside is anxious, angry, and numb. Proclaiming peace when everything inside us and the world around us is warring without borders. Harboring hope when the thing that we want most for Christmas we know is totally impractical and we probably won't get it anyway. And you know, the place where our house becomes a house of lies more than in any other way in the Christmas time is in that very rich, popular, beloved tradition of giving and especially receiving gifts, right? I mean, we need to really like, everything we receive, or at least pretend that we're thrilled to have gotten it. Let's think theologically anyway. I mean, the story of Christmas is where God brings the baby Jesus while we're still sinners. So we get this gift of unconditional love when we don't deserve it. We don't deserve any of the gifts that we receive, so we must, in any case, be so thankful for them, whether we like them or not. I remember as a small child receiving a present that one of my farm aunts had given me for Christmas. It was a dress for my doll, but I wasn't sure which doll because it was a little too small, it was a little too large, and it just kind of hung there with no frills, no pleats, no interesting hemline. It just ended somewhere in the middle of your leg, and the fabric was this big paisley design of harvest gold and avocado green and chocolate brown, which of course would have made a fabulously redesigned doll pantsuit if it had been made of polyester. But no, this dress was made of cotton twill. So I opened it up, and I couldn't help but let my brows furrow and my lip form this jagged line looking like it had just been trimmed with pinking shears. And my mother instantly pinched me under the arm and shot me a look that not even Krampus would try. And she shoved me into a corner and she said, "Don't you ever respond to a gift like that ever again." Death warning taken. And I must say, I have never looked like that at a gift I've received ever again. And this is not because I have received an endless number of lame gifts that have caused me to fake liking them. I feel very blessed to say that I've received gifts, both large and small at Christmas, that for the most part fill me with nothing but ebullience and exhilaration that is truly honest. Not only that, but if I brag a little bit, which may condemn me to hell, but I hope not, I have developed a gift of learning how to give great gifts that honestly fill the recipient with joy in head, mind, soul, the whole 9 yards. And as my specialty is giving gifts to people who are especially hard to buy for, namely my parents. Because aren't parents like the hardest person to give gifts to? And you know, they have everything that they need, that they want. There's only so many organizations that they can be thrilled getting gifts in their honor for. And I remember with such happiness, the Christmas, I don't know, I was in my 20s, it was about 30 years ago, when I've got my mother this mug that it was written in painted cross stitch. It said, "To the nicest mother in the world." And this was right after she started taking her medication. So that moment of gifting was truly happy, was truly real. That same Christmas, I couldn't figure out what to get my dad. And it was coming down to the wire. It was Christmas Eve. I brought my sister with me. We went to the mall, and we're like looking around, and we can't find anything. And so we go to the mall lounge, had a glass of wine, maybe able to open our eyes and open our mind a little bit. And we come back out amongst the shops and kiosks. There they are. This giant pair of furry, bear claw bedroom slippers. And even to this day, we make Dad put those on when we open gifts, and he is so happy that we make him do it. In fact, we decided just this fall that we were going to have Dad buried in those bedroom slippers. And no one will be able because from up here up, where the casket's open, he'll only be in his lawyer best navy blue Burberry suit. So it'll work out just great. Now this was a fabulous Christmas that we had, and this meant that the following year, the bar was raised very high if I was going to find a gift that would truly make my parents happy. And my sister and I were both having trouble finding something that would make them happy, truly happy. And again, we were coming down to the wire. It was Christmas Eve, and we were at the mall, and hoping that magic would once again happen, but it wasn't. And it was getting late. There wasn't even time to go to the bar and have a drink. But as luck or divine intervention would have it, out from the Williams-Sonoma came this couple that were friends of my parents. They were about the coolest couple that my parents or I knew. He was one of the partners of my dad's law firm, and he drove an antique, a vintage Jaguar, and she wore her hair in this French roll and was a therapist. Now, in Des Moines in the 1980s, being a therapist is about as exotic as designing a DeLorean. And they were this cool couple, and we told them this problem that we were having. We couldn't figure out what to buy, get mom and dad for Christmas. And just in a couple of seconds, the perfect solution just tripped over their tongue. They said, "How about getting your parents massages?" Yes, a massage. That's such a lovely gift, and I'm sure your parents will enjoy massages very much. And my sister and I look at each other like we just gotten tickets to go see the English Beat at the Park West. Like, yes! Oh, that's great! Oh, they're gonna love that. I mean, they're both kind of uptight, and they'll love getting relaxed, and they're kind of adventurous, you know. I mean, they like the Tonight Show, and they used to like to laugh in the way we did, and I bet they're gonna, their faces when they open this up, it's gonna be so great. I'm gonna have to take a picture, and I will send you the copy. And we were all laughing and hugging and wishing each other Merry Christmas, and my sister and I get in the car, and we want to get to the Y in time to buy a couple of massage certificates. They were on sale. We get home and we put it in our little letter envelope, and we put some glitter and sequins on our envelope and put it under the tree, and we're so excited for Christmas morning because our parents are going to be so excited. And so Christmas morning comes, and we open up the gifts from them, you know, boxes of socks and sweaters and books and bathrobes, and we're genuinely very happy to receive them because we're so excited about giving our parents our gift. And finally the time comes, and my sister pulls that envelope out from under the tree, and I cock the camera, and it seems like an endless amount of time, and our breath is bated, and my parents open the envelope, and they pull up the certificate, and it was like a cup of anthrax had come out. Massages? We're not getting massages. That's not the kind of thing we do. Oh my God. My sister like, well, but you like massages. I mean, they're normal, and they're at the Y, and our friends, the Smiths, I just saved their names because for their innocence, they like suggested it, and they're like, the only thing we could do to move the morning ahead was for my sister and I to say, well, okay, we'll take the massages and we'll have them ourselves. And my parents were like, fine. That was about as nice as they could be, as much as they could fake their response to that Christmas gift. Well, I think my sister did, at a certain point, take one of those certificates and did get a massage. I don't believe I have ever yet used that other certificate. And now that I'm living back at home, caring for my dad, I'm thinking, I might need to like search around and see if I can find that certificate so that in that time, which I think is coming, when I just had it that my dad won't wear his Depends, I can just go get a massage and relax a little bit. So, you know, I think that there's a couple of messages here, a couple of morals of this pastor's tale. And one is that, you know, if you ever give a gift that is so horrible, that, you know, if you can't say anything nice, and you can't even say nothing, the grace is that that gift can most likely be regifted to somebody else who will truly appreciate it. So there's nothing lost. And the second, more important lesson, I think, is that when you are shopping at Christmas for a gift for someone who's especially hard to buy for, especially your parents, never, ever take the advice of a therapist.